All right, and here we go.
Oh yeah.
Hammeriti versus 365 days. Now, it's a very interesting comparison here. The non-max SDF coming into play already. Definitely
Yeah.
spicing things up here.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, that's a very interesting start. Just a bunch of soft drops and.
Now, you know, there's truly they're clearing lines already off the bat. And looks like Hammeriti might actually be stacking back up the Dino here. Maybe looking for the TSS donation. Opts will take it as a TSD donation, sorry. Opts will take it as a TSS. Gonna be sending over a little bit more of that cheese.
Yeah, there's small bits of combo going around between the two players.
Absolutely,
like...
but we're seeing, yeah, a bit of clean here now. Over 40 APM coming out from Hammeriti.
Yeah, Hammeriti opting to use the J there.
Yeah, it makes a bit of an unfortunate misdrop on the down stack. It's gonna grind things to a halt a little bit here, but still looking for a way out. 365 days, on the other hand, looking away, get into sending this pressure right now. That's one quad. Doesn't opt for the second. Oh.
Alright, okay.
And it looks like, yeah, once again, 365 days here. Hitting the skin cannon at the moment.
Yeah, just getting those singles.
Sometimes that's what you need. Sometimes you really just need to slow the pace down a little bit, stop introducing as much garbage, just get a moment to get your bearings. And I think these players will certainly need that moment in such an exciting match. And just as I say that, we've already got our first round taken, and that is going to put 365 days firmly on the board. But being a board here, Hammeriti's board was not looking too hot off the opener.
Alright. Hammeriti continuing this kind of just constant soft drop.
Ooh,
and there's a pretty... Yeah, that's a big spike. Hammeriti taking that round.
Yeah, here we go. As we expect from this caliber of players, a very, very high pace, high intensity match. Now, neither of these players are going to have even a moment's notice before they get spiked out, so you've always got to be on your toes. That's why I really, really like this defensive playstyle that we've been seeing so far. How do you think the 365 days can put it to better use so far in this match?
I'm not entirely sure yet. I mean, they are kind of taking their time with every single placement. Unlike Hammeriti, who's, you know, trying to do some on-the-fly thinking with a soft drop.
Absolutely. Always keeping that speed up with the soft drop down. And hey, speaking of speed, we are speeding our way into this counter spike from 365 days, sending over, I believe, almost 5 blinds. Oh, and a bit more to follow up too. Could get the kill on Hammeriti, but Hammeriti finding a nice down stack, and that will reset things back to a very neutral position.
Yeah. Definitely prolonging the length of this match. Neither player really seems to be going for anything substantial here this round. The biggest we've seen is like the occasional triple combo or a T-spin like that, but you know, nothing real big besides that.
Yeah, again, this TSD from Hammeriti. Gonna be sending up a little bit of clean. 365 days, just looking for a way out at the moment. Manages to open up the garbage. Hammeriti takes another TSS, but ruins the board state a little bit in the process. Going to have to do some more skimming to get out of this. Still though, very high octane round so far.
Yeah. There isn't really much advantage to be taking on like back-to-back between either player. They're kind of just... kind of seems like they're mindlessly down-stacking.
But hey, speaking of mines, Hammeriti setting up some pressure that 365 Days might have to be mindful of soon enough, but 365 Days responding in kind with a little bit of pressure. Oh, but will it be enough to contend with that 15 spike from Hammeriti? Seems like it will. The lack of upstack on 365 Days' side proving to be, as always, the right option, because able to survive that huge amount of pressure coming out from Hammeriti. Pressure I'm sure we'll see more of later on in this match, but good to know that 365 Days' impressive defensive ability is able to contend with even a spike of that magnitude.
Alright, the gravity is starting to increase.
Yeah, getting into a little bit of margin time gaming here. We're 3 minutes, 12 seconds into this round.
Someone just needs to do something here.
Oh, Hammeriti might be doing just that, but not going to really be able to send much over to 365 Days. Does get a spike off, and right then, 365 Days misdropping, but seems like they will find the downstack, is what I would say, but this follow-up from Hammeriti proves to be deadly, closing it out with that spike, bringing it up to round 4.
Nearly a 4-minute round there, jeez.
Yeah, I forgot what the score was already. Alright, Hammeriti again hitting the downstack here. But speaking of downstacks, and over to 365 Days board in a prime position to do just that. Getting off that combo there and taking it all the way back down to the bottom of the board. And the non-max SDF of 365 Days there delayed that T-spin a little bit. Very, very interesting option to cancel. Maybe not intentional, but definitely worked to eliminate some of the garbage being introduced so far by Hammeriti. We know that pressure can be deadly if not dealt with, so again, 365 Days showing that a good defense truly is the best defense.
Hammeriti is very close to the top there. Things are looking a little precarious, and yeah, 365 is going to be taking that round.
Putting on that final bit of pressure there at the end. Not sure if any lines were actually sent, but definitely the sort of mental pressure there of the knowledge that you'd have to contend with more of 365 Days' gameplay was just too much for Hammeriti to bear in that instance. So managed to top him out. Great psychological warfare coming into play there. Hammeriti missing a mid-game PC that was, I think, literally just a PCO solve. We'll have to see. And speaking of solve, Hammeriti finding a great solution to that downstack here, as always, and then immediately misdropping after pretty much nullifying any progress that they had actually made.
Jeez. Just a lot of single clears between these.
Absolutely. I mean, there's a quad. It's combo off of 2. That's someone you could call that a spike. Hey, there we go. Spike from 365 Days. It's on the counter spike. Some real garbage being exchanged here for a moment. There we go. Double quad.
Okay.
Grabbing lots of clean now. Hammeriti changing things up. Did use a T-piece to make the T-spin though, and that is going to give 365 Days time to get out. Again, starting to send.
Completely forewent that STSD one?
Yeah, may have just been opting to try and get down as fast as possible.
Yeah, I guess. Interesting decisions here.
Yep.
There's a block.
Ooh,
365. 365 with like no upstacking at all. Man.
Alright, here we go. Gravity starting to increase a little bit here. Hammeriti benefiting from what is essentially a better soft drop factor than previously, but seeming to struggle with the speed a little bit, making some misdrops at the moment. However, they are not going to be really faced with any pressure from 365 days, so perhaps just sort of a taunting misdrop, trying to paint the picture that I can make as many mistakes as you want, and you will simply never punish. Again, the psychological tactics coming in full swing here.
Yeah, 365 is... While at the bottom of the board, still isn't doing much to stop Hammeriti from staying in the game. It's just been a lot of down stacks and just standard line clears. Nothing to really send any substantial garbage. And look at that, Hammeriti with something.
Yeah, I would almost sort of call that like a cancel if it had stopped any of the lines from coming in, but even so, the attempt was made, and that 10 spike was made too. And speaking of made, it seems like 365 Days has not made the safest stacking decisions at the top of the board. Hammeriti just needs to send just 3 lines to top him out. Not going to be able to do that though. And now it seems like 365 will have time to get out and back to their favorite direction, being, of course, down.
Some real gravity here.
Absolutely. Both these players clearly understanding the gravity of the situation as well. Neither wanted to commit to an option that could be fatally risky, and instead both opting for this very safe style of play. One that we're very, very familiar with, but at the same time, it's always just refreshing and enjoyable to see it performed at such an exquisite level. This is just, I mean, this is Tetrio.
Alright, yeah. This is definitely Tetrio. Interesting direction for Hammeriti to just completely block that well. Managed to sends a nice 13 spike. Is that going to be enough? Not quite. 365 still in this. Not for much longer, though.
Alright, and I believe that's actually going to bring it up to 4-2. Hammeriti's favor. Oh, bit of a interesting DT build. Not one I recognize, but I hate DT, so I'm actually happy to see it fail. Love preying on the downfall of others and others' openers.
We all hate the opener game here.
Well, I wouldn't say that. You ever hit a good center 4 wide 70 spike?
Can't say I have, no.
Let me tell you, you're missing out.
Am I? I don't know. This really isn't my game.
What is your game?
You know, it's more like Tetris Effect and whatnot.
I should try that out. I feel like I just don't have... I mean, I literally don't have a device for it, but maybe at...
yeah, that's one of the big things, isn't it? Like, you need to have the hardware for it.
Yeah, I'm on the MacBook Air gameplay arc right now. And by right now, I mean forever. So, you know, it's really... And speaking of... Hold on, gotta tap back to the game. Speaking of interesting spike there, coming out from Hammeriti, that 11 being sent over to 365 Days. Actually, somehow Hammeriti has ended up with more garbage as a result of that. Just... Yeah, an amazing defensive play. Yeah.
Alright, 365 Days is kind of just... taking their sweet time here.
Do you think you pick the name 365 Days and base your playstyle around that? Or do you think they had the playstyle in mind and thought, I need the tag for this? Like, which came first, the chicken or the egg, you know?
That's a good question.
Hey, speaking of questions, I'm questioning how 365 days going to survive that spike. The answer, of course, is with a good down stack.
Just a good hardy down stack. The one combo, the double, you know, it's good hardy.
One combo again.
This good hardy down stack that is not doing a whole lot.
Ooh, and not doing enough.
And Hammeriti punishes that.
5-2. Really starting to pull away here.
Oh, the score pop-up? I wasn't paying attention.
Wow, that's a big spike. A lot of clean.
A lot of clean. Let's see how these players capitalize on it. The answer is, ooh, that's a Z-miss drop. 365 might be able to take this back.
Great spin. Will it be enough? 365 days, not sending any pressure at all at the moment.
That's...
Hammeriti making some really interesting downstacking decisions.
Oh my
But just finding the skims where they count.
There's still an out, and yeah, 365 did nothing to capitalize on that. That's very intriguing.
Wow, and just in time, Hammeriti finding the quad. Just a really survived that. That was really, they survived. That was survival. I don't think I would have survived that, you know?
Oh yeah, Hammeriti's back to the bottom, but sending, like, absolutely nothing.
I don't know, this is sort of an LST shade. Oh, well, it's gone. Okay. You know, I don't know, this is visible in the thing. I have this band on my arm, right? So, I was at the hospital earlier today.
Really?
Yeah, I had my therapeutic infusion for my Crohn's disease, so I had an IV in for several hours.
Oh, really? Jeez, that doesn't sound fun.
Hey man, I would rather be back there than right here. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, really.
You know, I just I don't know. I would just rather be there than here. That's really all I could say.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of matches. I've seen a lot of matches in my day. And, I mean, like, this game is just a whole lot of nothing. Like, there aren't any counters or anything. Like, I could... Like... You know, one of my friends was, like, actually streaming... one of my friends was streaming tech earlier, and I wanted to tune in. And he said he wanted me to comment his gameplay, but instead I'm stuck here doing what this is.
Did you know giraffes have blue tongues to prevent sunburn? Because they have to put their tongues up in the leaves to get the high up foliage, so their tongues are blue, because it reduces the damage that they would get from the sun.
You know, I feel like I knew that fact, but at the same time, like, I feel like I didn't, you know?
Yeah, well, what I know is that was another round taken by 365, and now Hammeriti gotta be a bit worried.
Surely this means a change in playstyle, and I mean, we are seeing a left side well. Or it's just more of the... Okay. Oh.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Well, I have to say, I feel like this is debilitating me, like, physically.
Absolutely. I may not be sick, but I'm certainly sick of this match. You know what I'm saying?
That's... I couldn't have phrased it better myself.
Can you remember when the last time Underdogs Cup happened was?
I have no clue.
Like, I feel like that org got, like, shadow banned, and just no one's mentioned it.
I wouldn't be surprised. Actually, what do you think will come back first? Underdogs Cup or the end of this match?
Oof. Tough question. That's sort of philosophical in a way, right? Because it's, do you believe that the progression of the many will eventually outpace the progression of the few? Like, do you think that the org having a team will allow them to accomplish their individually harder, but, you know, collectively easier task than trying to upstack once? I'd have to give it to Underdogs Cup, I think.
Well, you heard it here, folks. Underdogs Cup is coming back relatively soon. And I assume probably sometime tonight. Hopefully.
Don't I work for them?
That's not a question I can answer.
Making it work itself out. Yeah.
Working itself soon. That is not what this match is doing.
Sure. I'm gonna have some things to work out after watching this match.
Seriously.
Hey, that was a quad though.
Wow, that's new.
If there's anything to work out, it's the quads, you know? They never skip leg day.
Yeah, work out the quads, and they proceed to do as little as possible to get rid of that well.
Sort of like the US in a way, you know? Oil. They find a well, they want to keep that. You don't want to let it go so easily. That could just be a patriotic backing.
That is true. That's liquid gold you have in there. Look. Man, 365 is still in this somehow.
Nope.
There we go. How many more rounds are left? I don't know, I lost track of score and I'm not really paying attention.
But what we do know is they'll all be bangers. We're in for a banger rest of the set.
God, I can only hope.
So they've been saving their strength. They're waiting. They're holding off their true potential. And any second now, one of them is gonna hit a 6 spike. Just wait.
Holy. Oh, there's a 4. We're getting close. 1, 4. Oh,
any second
God. No. Ugh. Man. I don't have my watch on me.
Hey, I'm gonna go grab a drink for a sec. Or do you got it from here? Like, are you just?
I think so. I think I can manage.
Thanks, man. I just got it.
Yeah. Hammeriti and these 365, these two are just... They're just down stacking. Yeah, they're just going back and forth. Oh, there's a quad. There's the 6 spike that Goblin wanted, but he's not here right now. Quite frankly, I don't blame him. Just a real back and forth right now. Come on, guys. Please just clear something that's more than a double. I'm begging you. Ugh. I don't think we've seen a single double-digit spike. Oh well, at least there's the Wumbo plushie and Sands to keep me company. I wonder, does Goblin's Wumbo plushie talk? Can he talk?
Damn it, what have I told you about going to my setup while I'm not here? So sorry.
I don't know, I tried to ask him a question, just didn't answer.
Yeah, you know, you make one Wumbo with those ties joke and suddenly he's everywhere, you know? It's like a sleep paralysis demon, but just without, like, the sleep part. It's just all the time.
Like, it's just a real demon.
Yeah. Anyway, I see that we've had, oh, that's a round.
Finally.
The round ended.
Finally.
Yeah. Hopefully not. I won't have to say that too many times.
Still on match point here. Let's hope Hammeriti can wrap this up finally.
Okay,
Interesting misdrop.
yeah, hey, look at that. I'm noticing a yellow number right now on the side of 265 days.
Oh, B2B? What does that mean?
I don't know, because it's gone. But I'm sure it will.
I guess we'll never figure it out. This is just another mystery. Ox puts all of these features in the game and just doesn't explain what they are.
I mean, it's sort of like, puts them in for what, right? Because, like, we've clearly already solved perfect gameplay.
Yeah.
Like, it's just sort of, it's making for the sake of making, right? It's, at this point, Ox just in it for the love of the craft, not really benefiting the game in any way. We already have all the tools that we need.
And I guess at this point, it's just putting a bunch of, like, random pointless numbers on the screen.
Exactly. Like, if it, like, has anyone in your real life, your offline life, ever asked you what your, like, what your APP is? What your VS is? I didn't think so. Why do we need it?
I can't even think of it.
I mean, like,
like, are people putting that on their resume, I guess?
Yeah, you should hire
I have no
me.
idea.
I've got so much Glicko. My Glicko is immense, and that's why I'm qualified for this position.
I mean, they use Glicko in stuff like chess, don't they? Or is that still ELO?
Well, okay, I'm not counting, like, fast pay. Like, so Tetris is a puzzle game, right? I'm not counting, like, real-time strategy games like chess when I'm making this comparison.
Like fast-paced. Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
But what I am counting is that back-to-back number, which, by the way, that's what it's called. I looked it up in the time that we were waiting for it to appear again. It's called back-to-back.
Okay. I see.
So that back-to-back number got up to 2. Hopefully that's an indicator of how many more rounds is the maximum that we'll have to, I mean the minimum that we'll have to watch, because I would love to see more this.
Yeah. I'm like on the edge of my seat right now.
The what?
Looking. I don't need to repeat it, you know what I said. What is Edge doing right now? No wonder. Is he watching this?
What? Last time I messaged Edge was... Edge DM'd me a room link. Oh yeah, Edge DM'd me a Tetrio room link, which was hashtag sub to Edge now.
I remember
which I think
that.
was during the recent subathon. Man, that feels like years ago at this point. Felt like just a few days ago, sort of before I started this match, but I feel like just sort of the time span of my life has really shifted.
I think I missed like 3 semesters of college while watching this. I feel like I have a lot of explaining to do at the office there.
I mean, I can, like, if you want tutoring, like, I'm always around. I've got a degree in mombology, like, I can help you out with that.
No, I think, like, I'm good on my own. It's just that, oh goodness, we're here for another round.
Oh, here we go. Come back online, maybe.
I'm back imminent, totally.
I sure hope the comeback goes back to being outinent, but maybe that's just me.
I sure hope it does.
Is your refrigerator running?
I sure hope it does. Oh?
To get
Maybe
to
this
the
could be-
other side.
Never mind. Doesn't seem like these guys know how to capitalize on damage.
Did you know that the phobia of long words was given a really long word as its name, which is pretty ironic?
I'm trying to remember how to. It's like
It's hippopotamonstrosesquipedaliophobia.
yeah, that's what it is. I remember that because one of my friends in like middle school memorized that just for the sake of being like silly.
See, I was always an anti-disestablishmentarianism kid.
Yeah,
I've since learned pneumono-ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis, still an anti-disestablishmentarianism kid. I just think it's funny that the word is just basically all endings, right? Like
It's all
you want the substance of that word? Establish.
Yeah, it really is just, and the rest are just affixes.
Speaking of substance, there's a substantive spike sent over by Hammeriti. Not seeing a lot of follow-up pressure in 365 days.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. It's not like there's going to be much from this.
Oh, but this
there's
counter
a
spike
huge-
from 365 days.
I think that was the
Doesn't really do
first
anything.
up stack we've seen this entire match, and it still amounted to nothing.
Okay, well, I think that's unfair to the players. I wouldn't count that as an upstack. They barely got any lines higher than what the garbage gave them. Like, we shouldn't be, misjudging them in that way. That's just hurtful.
I suppose. I apologize to the players.
Speaking of hurtful, though, yeah. Oh, minigame PC.
Oh, an all clear. An all
from
clear.
365
Wow.
days, and it looks like Hammeriti's gonna have a nice down stack as a result. Nope. Okay.
Nope.
There
Just
goes
uses
both
an ad.
eyepieces.
Use an ad. Okay. Just uses literally anything but
Alright.
that cyan colored piece.
Finds what I would probably consider to be the optimal 3 combo there. Probably the best 3 combo they could have made out of that board state, and that's That's a level of awareness. You know those like dinosaurs that you grow from eggs when you put them in water?
Yeah. Mhm.
I'd say we're around there awareness-wise. Like just in terms of just the net sentience I'm seeing in this match. We're around water egg dinosaur sentience level. Almost another mid-game PC there. Well, that's assuming it would have been found. I'm pretty sure the first one was accidental, but you never know.
Oh, there's a
but hey,
teaspoon
what I do
throw.
know is
look,
that's a spike. That's real. That was garbage sent over.
That was some
And
real
garbage is being sent back too. Oh, this could be a multiplier. Oh no. Okay.
I didn't know these players were capable of sending
Whoa!
match quality.
A teaspoon
Oh, look
and
at that!
a quad
Wow.
within 8
Oh.
seconds of each other. Unprecedented, and that's gonna do
Real.
it. Hammeriti
Oh my goodness.
takes
Hammeriti
it
taking it.
in what
Wow.
must have been 100 to 99 for the set length, but the game says it's only 7-4. Just I would say one more set of useless numbers because I mean these are just two players who are beyond compare, right? Like
Yeah, they're so good at this game that I like almost stopped watching.
and hey, if you've
that was
enjoyed
real.
this, get ready.
Who's in the bracket?
Get ready.
I think we're on winner semis. Wait, what was it? Losers round 2?
Wow, that's pretty far behind. That's really far.
Oh,
behind.
okay.
Is this still volunteer work or like is this? Can we get production confirmation on that? Is it
Volunteer work or not? I feel like Ads is gonna get an invoice from me in the next few days.
yeah.
Oh, Hammeriti versus
we've
Tame.
got our next stream match is Hammer.
Before that starts, I need to use the bathroom. I'll be back in like 25 minutes.
Yeah, I have to go think of an excuse in the other room that isn't here.
Almost forgot my phone.